Hello everybody and welcome back to Manifested Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, and podcast. All the links are down below. My affirmations list emails down below and all timestamps are down below. And today we're going to be talking about manifesting from thin air. You want a relationship, you know what you want a 6'3" guy, you want him to be from a rich family, you want him to be a prince. You want him to be ginger. You want him to like rock music and have a chihuahua. But you don't know any man that matches that description. Not even celebrity-wise, not even on a grand scale. You just don't know a single person on this earth that matches description, okay? You want a job. You want a stay-at-home job. You want to make $10,000 a month. You want a job so easy you can literally take a nap while on the clock and get paid. You want a job where you don't need any certification, any degree. Easy job, no experience. You don't know a job that suits you. You know what you want, but you don't know where to find it. You don't know who it is, what it is. So you need to manifest it. But you're like, well, what am I manifesting? You can call it in. Even if you don't know what you specifically want, you can call it in. And why I say call it in instead of create it is because it already exists. Y'all already know this. I always say this. Creation is finished. Anything you can conceive or desire already exists. You know it already exists. And it exists in infinite realities across this plane. So we're not going to sit here and act like it's not real. It's one thing you never do with law of assumption to say something isn't real. We're not creating anything. Manifestations are not linear with time. It already exists. All you're doing is convincing yourself, all right? You want this specific person, you want this girl, you want a girl who's a gym girl, she's 5'3", she likes to read books, she likes to go skydiving, and she's an astronaut, okay? We're getting ourselves to a place where it's, oh, I don't know this girl doesn't exist, there's nobody in my town, oh, Tinder sucks, people ghost me. We're not with that no more. We're getting ourselves to a place where it's like, no, I'm with this scuba diving astronaut Latina 5'3" girl, okay? So how I go about this is I like to write it down. I like to write down whatever you want, a person, you want a house, an apartment, a car. I write down what I want to come with it, all right? I want my car to be lime green. I want it to have tan leather seats, this, that. Doesn't really matter how specific or vague, okay? You know, I want a friend group, maybe 3 to 5 people. They like to travel, they like music, they like poetry. They like to get brunch. They like to take pictures. You know, don't really need to be specific. You don't need names. You don't need, oh, I want Ashley, Jessica. Or you could just say 3 to 5 girls, 3 to 5, or I want a mixed group. I want 3 boys, 2 girls. Or you could be mad specific. You could say, I want their names to all start with K's, okay? I want Kimberly, Kevin, Kendall, Kylie, Chloe. One thing that helped me is like knowing that there's people out there, or like whatever you want, it is out there. If you want this friend group, you want this many people in a friend group, or you want this partner, or you want this car, or you want this career, it is out there and it exists for you. With that being said, you don't have to worry about how, when, where. Like, it is already done. So when I was manifesting my channel growth, like, yeah, that was a specific desire, but I didn't know how, when, where y'all would come from. I can't control who finds my videos. I couldn't control, you know, putting my own videos on the homepage. I mean, I could manifest it, but I didn't really do it. I didn't do it like that. I just said, I want channel growth. People are going to find me. I didn't know how. I had 60 subscribers. I was like, I want to manifest channel growth. This was a few months ago. And I said, but you know what I said to myself? I said, hey, there's at least 50,000 people who like this content, who would like my content. And I say 50,000 because that's how many subscribers like Kim Velez and Dylan James had at the time. So I was like, it's not a matter of whether there's actually people that would subscribe to me. Like, if you're manifesting clients for your business, it's not a matter of, I don't think there are clients that want to buy seat warmers. Like, yes, there are. I just had to remind myself, like, yo, I'm not creating this. I'm not creating 6,000 of you guys. I'm literally telling myself, y'all exist and y'all are coming to me. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't care. Algorithm is going to do its thing. The algorithm loves me. Y'all going to find my videos. Y'all going to love me. Y'all going to subscribe to me. So it's really the same thing. Like, you want this car, you want this apartment, you know, I don't really know what city I want to live in. I don't really know how many bedrooms. I don't really know. Okay. Like, you don't need to know anything. You need to know what you want, which is an apartment. You'll know when you see it. All you're doing is telling yourself you already have it. When you do that, the world has to conform. So me telling myself, I already have a lot of subscribers, like, I wasn't telling myself I was at 60. I was saying I have a lot. People are finding me. The algorithm loves me. My videos started to get pushed out, and y'all started coming. So I didn't really have to worry about, oh, how, where, when. So don't worry about if you don't know the person that you're trying to manifest, or if you don't know the address of the house that you're trying to manifest, or if you don't know the career or the company that you're going to work for, it will all be revealed to you. It'll all come from you. That's why we call it manifesting from thin air, because it will come from thin air. To tell you a cute little story to inspire you, this is a Neville story. It's not his success story, but it's a success story from people who followed him. The people that manifested this told Neville, and Neville told it in his lectures. So there was a doctor and a wife, and they had property. They had land. So on part of the land, they had their own office / house there. They had like an office, and the rest of it was just an empty vacant lot. It was the couple's dream for years to build an apartment building on that lot and make extra income. And they had a dream for years. Before they found out about the law, they wanted to do this, but you know, they had mortgage, they had bills, they never had money. That was the story they told themselves. So it never happened. So then they found out about law of assumption. They said, all right, let's manifest this apartment building. We want this now, we want to manifest it. So they used visualization. The doctor went straight to the end. He went in his mind for a few nights. Every night would see an apartment building on the lot. He would see random tenants. He would see everything furnished, his dream scene. So him and his wife did this. So they came out of the visualization and they were like, all right, we need a contractor. We don't know a single contractor. We don't know a person. We just need one that's cheap, we can afford. So then the wife was like, yo, like, what about this dude? Like, he's a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's kind of expensive, but you know, he's a contractor and we need one. And the doctor said, we are living in the end. We're not manifesting in steps. We're not messing with the 3D. We want an apartment building and we want it our way. We don't want it expensive. We're not going out of our way to find a contractor. One is going to be brought to us. So one day, the doctor and his wife are in their office and this random man comes in their building and they're like, who are you? And he's like, yo, I'm sorry to be coming in like this. Like, I never ever do this. I never come to random buildings. I usually let people come to me, but I see that you own this whole lot and you have a lot of space. And he said, I'm a contractor and this is a really good place for you to build an apartment building. I don't know if that's what you people are looking to do, but I build apartment buildings and this space is a beautiful one for that. So in the 3D, the doctor and the wife didn't have any money. So in the 3D, they had to tell him. They were like, yo, we appreciate you, but we don't got money. We don't even have a couple $100s. Like, we have no down payment. We can't pay you. Sorry. Contractor literally acted like he didn't hear that. He just started talking about plans. He was like, yo, we can put this here. We can get this. I can get my guys, blah, blah, blah. Wife and doctor were like, I don't think you heard us. Like, we don't have money. So then the contractor left, whatever. The doctor and the wife didn't think anything of it. They're like, all right, we're not going to use him. We can't afford him. We're just going to keep living in our wish fulfilled, living in our end. We already have it. We already have it. We already have it. A few days later, contractor calls the office and he's like, yo, it's going to cost you $30,000 for the full building, everything. It's going to cost $30,000 total. The wife and the doctor said thanks and hung up because we literally just told this man we don't have money. But the wife and the doctor weren't like, oh, we don't have money. Like, what are we going to do? We can't. It was like, in the 3D, we don't have money. So in the 3D, we're not going to be taking steps. But in our 4D, which is more powerful than our 3D, we know that everything has to conform. So we're going to live in the end and we're not really going to entertain the 3D. So next day, contractor calls them again. He's like, yo, I found a finance office. They're willing to give you guys a loan so you can start. We can start. Doctor and wife are like, thanks, but no thanks. Like, we don't have money. Like, what are you not getting? Contractor calls them again the next day talking about, yo, all right, this is the plan. I'm going to accept the loan from the finance office and I'm going to pay for it. And you guys can pay me back after we're done building and you guys start making money from the clients. Wife and doctor are like, perfect, let's do it. So contractor builds the apartment building. Wife and doctor are still living in the end. They're still seeing their done building in that lot with lots of tenants in there. A few months later, what happens? Apartment building is finished, completed. They start making more money. They start making profit. They pay off the contractor and they have their dream apartment building. They are now landlords to the perfect apartment building and the whole thing is rented out. So in a few months, they did something that they had been desiring for 15 years because they stayed true to themselves. It was out of thin air. They needed a contractor. They went straight to the end. They said, we already have the apartment building. No matter what the 3D shows me, I already have it. Contractor came out of nowhere. They didn't have money in the 3D. They weren't tripping. A lot of people asked that, like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have enough money. Babe, circumstances don't matter. I don't care if you only have $2 in your bank account. If you want a freaking apartment building, you can have the apartment building. The contractor comes through random, out of thin air, talking about, like, he never does this, but for some reason, he decided to go to this office because he saw an opportunity for an apartment building. He pays off the wife and the doctor's loan because they can't afford it. And then the wife and the doctor have all the tenants. It sells out. The thing about the story is before the project was even done, they already got tenants. In the middle of construction, people were walking past like, oh, I want to rent here, I want to rent here. When it's done, I'm going to rent here. So they're already making money before the building was already done. They paid back the contractor and have their apartments. So yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Simple, know what you want. Me personally, I'm a wish fulfilled type of person. So if I know what I want, if I want this person with all these traits, I already have them. They already showed up. We're already going on dates. Like, don't care what the 3D has to say because circumstances don't matter. And that's it. And with that being said, that is all for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.